or swimming. They may contain sewage or other hazards. Be aware of your surroundings. Keep an eye out for possible hazards like broken limbs, downed utility lines, and wild animals seeking high ground. Generators must be kept outside and far away from doors and windows. Never use a generator indoors. Hillsborough County urges all residents to remain patient and cautious as we all work together to recover from this storm. For the latest updates and all storm safety information, visit us at hcflgov.net/staysafe.
Here in Hillsborough County, when storms start to blow and danger strikes, we come together to face any challenge as a community, helping, supporting, and keeping each other safe. And when trouble hits our county, HCFL Alert is your #1 source for information. For storm preparations, evacuations, safety notices, and other vital messages, HCFL Alert is with you before, during, and after the storm. Signing up online is easy, and the information can be life-saving. To sign up, visit
Good afternoon. I'm Tim Dudley, Hillsborough County Office of Emergency Management Director. Thank you for coming. Joining us today or to provide comments will be Bonnie Wise, Hillsborough County Administrator, Fire Rescue Deputy Chief Jason Daugherty, Hillsborough County Sheriff Chad Chronister, and Hillsborough County School Superintendent Van Ayers. After this briefing, our team will be available for a few questions. As you know, we are under a state of local emergency due to Tropical Storm Idalia. At this time, we have issued a mandatory evacuation order for Zone A, which also includes mobile homes, manufactured homes, and all low-lying areas across the county. We have opened 2 shelters with an additional 8 opening at 4 p.m. today. I cannot stress enough the importance of being prepared. All storms are very different, and this storm brings some unique threats. Most importantly, the storm surge threat is high, and the surge may be delayed. Though winds are expected to end around 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Wednesday, high tide is not expected until the afternoon on Wednesday. The delayed surge expected Wednesday could bring flooding impacts, especially around the Alfaya and low-lying areas. So on Wednesday, skies may look clear, but we are anticipating impacts from the delayed surge in the afternoon. So please, if you have been asked to evacuate, do not return to your homes until you are told to do so. We ask that you please continue to closely follow officials, government sources, and the media for the latest information, and be sure to follow all directives and instructions from local government. We always hope for the best, but we need to do everything we can to be ready in the event we are impacted by this intensifying storm. Rest assured, Hillsborough County is working very hard around the clock with all our public and private partners to prepare for this potential event and are doing everything we can to protect residents and property. Please know that we are in this together. We'll get through this. Be prepared. Stay safe. Thank you for your time. I now invite the county administrator to say a few words. Thank you.
Thank you, Director Dudley. Good morning. Good afternoon. My name is Bonnie Wise, and I'm the Hillsborough County Administrator. As Tim said, we're continuing to closely monitor Tropical Storm Idalia. The storm is forecast to be a major hurricane as it approaches Florida, and as Tim said, we are taking it very, very seriously. We are under a state of emergency and have partially activated our Emergency Operations Center. There remains considerable uncertainty as to the storm's long-range forecasts, but we are working to make sure everybody is prepared for what could be a major hurricane making landfall in Florida in the coming days. Residents should know, if needed, We have the capability to open additional shelters, but we're trying to be strategic on which areas might need them. For example, we have identified which shelters can handle special needs patients and are making sure those are equipped to accommodate individuals requiring continuous electricity for life-saving medical equipment, oxygen, and other medical needs should it need be. Additionally, several of the shelters are equipped to take in your pets to help keep them safe as well. Hillsborough County's Disaster Preparedness Guide provides valuable information about our shelters and more. It is available via hcflgov.net/stay safe. It is available in both English and Spanish and contains comprehensive information on how to prepare for any hazard. Residents should also register for HCFL Alert, Hillsborough County's official public notification system for emergency alerts and other vital information. You can choose to receive messages via email, phone, and text in both English and Spanish. Go to hcflgov.net/HCFL Alert to register. I also want to share an important phone number. Our main information line for the storm is 833-427-8676 or 833-HC-STORM. Once again, 833-427-8676 or 833-HC-STORM. There are many preparations involved when a storm is coming our way, everything from making sure our generator and vehicles have fuel to staging heavy equipment across the county for removing debris and other post-storm work. The county has over 5,000 employees, and we work throughout the year to make sure they know their role when activated for an emergency such as this. We identify the greatest needs and assign employees to those needs regardless of what their regular duties may be. We continue to work extensively with our partner agencies, many of whom you see here today, including the National Weather Service, TECO, our various cities, Water Management District, HART, and many, many others. Everyone has a role, and we are planning extensively for these emergencies, particularly storms. We've been meeting regularly with those groups, and we will stay in constant communication with them during this emergency. Our message to residents is this: have a plan and be prepared to execute it. And that might involve evacuating. Remember, it is recommended to hide from wind and move away from water to save lives. Storm surge is the greatest threat to life during a storm. If your zone is evacuated, I encourage you to leave before the storm arrives. We always tell people that evacuating doesn't mean going to Georgia or even across the state. Sometimes it can mean just going to stay with family or friends who live 20 miles inland. While we know this isn't easy, it is important that we take these necessary steps to protect you and our community. No one wants to see an unpredictable storm take a turn. It is our responsibility to mitigate all we can to help ensure your safety. Please continue to follow updated weather forecasts, official government information, and media reports. Thank you for your time. I would next like to invite Deputy Chief Jason Daugherty, to say a few words.
Good afternoon. As Bonnie said, my name is Jason Daugherty. I'm our Deputy Chief with Hillsborough County Fire Rescue. As both Tim and Bonnie have both said, Hillsborough County is prepared, along with our partners, to navigate Tropical Storm Idalia's threat to our community. Currently, Hillsborough County has sandbag sites that are open for distribution. Sandbags are available at 4 different locations: Edward Medard Conservation Park, 6140 Turkey Creek Road in Plant City, E.G. Simmons Conservation Park, 2401 19th Avenue, Northwest Ruskin, Ed Radis Sports Complex, 14720 Ed Radis Drive in Tampa, and Larry Sanders Sports Complex, 5855 South 78th Street in Tampa. Sandbags are just one way of preparing. Now is the time to act on your preparedness plan. We've all seen the storm is unpredictable. Don't rely on just the main forecast line and don't be complacent. The cone exists for a reason. Monitor weather forecasts and make sure you know your emergency and preparedness plan. Also have hurricane supply kits prepared as well. It is not too late. Get your homes and businesses storm ready. Now, do not wait. Clean gutters and drain pipes, trim trees and hedges if needed, move patio furniture and any other lightweight objects, secure them indoors if you can. If you can't, please find a way to secure them. Hillsborough County trash pickup will be scheduled tomorrow as planned. However, Wednesday, pickup will be suspended. Make sure you have a supply of medicine and medical supplies for at least 2 weeks. Gather emergency items, including flashlights, weather radios, batteries, and water, non-perishable, and packaged or canned foods. And please keep a non-electric can opener on hand to access those. Also, please don't forget your pets. They are part of our family. Make sure you have the necessary supplies, including a crate, food, medications, proof of current vaccination, and a registration tag. Take pictures of your valuables and carry important papers with you if you need to evacuate. You also can scan them to a computer file. I cannot stress enough to stay alert and monitor your local news outlets, as well as Hillsborough County social channels at Hillsborough FL. As we say in Hillsborough County, the safest way through a bad weather is together. Please take care, be safe, and thank you for your time.
Thank you, Chief. We'll hear comments now from Sheriff Chronister.
Thank you, Director Dudley. Look behind me, beside me, around me. This community can find a great deal of comfort knowing that under the leadership of our County Administrator, Bonnie Wise, and each representative that I'm surrounded with, that we are ready, we are prepared, and these individuals are at the helm as we face another potentially dangerous storm. We know regardless of what this storm does, it's a lot of uncertainty right now, and we know how quickly storms can change. We know that a lot of you believe that, hey, I've been through this before. We're all old pros when it comes to this. But this isn't the time to become complacent. We're here to make sure that we ensure the safety of everybody in this community. So please heed the warnings. Take advantage of the opportunities that have been presented under this declared state of emergency. What is your sheriff's office doing at this time? We are now assisting with that Zone A evacuations. All leave has been canceled for all employees. We have enhanced our presence, so anywhere along that evacuation A, you're going to see a lot more deputies there on bullhorns, reminding people that it's evacuation zone and what can we do to help people evacuate safely. We have started staffing shelters that have been opened up. We will make sure we're at the shelters. We'll make sure if you and your family come there and you bring your pets again as part of your family, that we will make sure you're safe until the storm goes by. Why is this important? People hate to go to shelters, and we understand it's a last resort. But for some of you who don't have a plan in place or have nowhere to go, please take advantage of these shelters. It's a safe place to keep you and your family safe. And here's the problem. We know we're going to face some winds. We know those winds are going to get to a point, 40, 50, 60, 75 mile per hour winds, when yes, even our deputies, our law enforcement in this community that are used to facing danger on a daily basis, we're going to have to look out for their safety and security. And we're going to have to suspend service. So when the storm gets at its worst and you say, okay, listen, you convinced me, I'm going to leave, or I need help, it's going to be too late. Please protect your loved ones and take care of them by having a plan in place. We know at minimum we're going to lose some power. So make accommodations knowing that, hey, what do I need if I don't have power? Those loved ones, you or your loved ones who are power dependent, make plans to go somewhere, a hotel or a shelter, to make sure that you're not risking their lives because you're power dependent and there's no power there. We'll also be helping residents. We started at 7 a.m. today, working very closely with the county, helping with those sandbags. We'll be there helping out, whether it's traffic control to get people in and out or actually helping with with the sand to help some of our elderly residents get those sandbags. I keep seeing pictures of our deputies out, and I couldn't be more proud as they're helping you get those sandbags that you need. This isn't a time for panic, but it is a time to be prepared. Have a plan in place before it's too late. Your sheriff's office will be with you every step of the way. We are ready. We are prepared. Thank you.
Thank you, Sheriff. We'll now hear from Superintendent Ayers.
Thank you and good afternoon. Van Ayers, Superintendent, Hillsborough County Public Schools. So earlier this morning, I met with our principals and sent an email out to our staff notifying them of our school closures for Tuesday and Wednesday. I want to be clear that today is as normal, so all of our extracurricular activities are as scheduled for today, but for Tuesday and Wednesday, schools will be closed for Tuesday and Wednesday along with all of our district offices. Any extracurricular activities for Tuesday and Wednesday are also canceled. This is an opportunity for our school district to prove to our community once again that we're here. So beginning after school dismissal this afternoon, a lot of our schools, 10 of our schools will be transitioning into shelters, from our student nutrition workers to our bus drivers, our maintenance team, and our security management team. We are here to serve this community during this time. So I just wanted to give that quick update and thank everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all you folks for showing up here today to help us get the message out. And that's what we have to do, is have one voice, work as a community to get the message out. Also wanted to thank the teams here that are in the EOC right now, working hard to make sure that we're ready to go. Thank the county administrator, Fire Chief Daugherty, Sheriff Chronister, and Superintendent Van Ayers. And also here to join us for questions this afternoon is Kim Self from TICO. We have Mayor Castor from the city of Tampa, Tampa Fire Rescue Chief Barbara Tripp, Andy Ross, Mayor of Temple Terrace, and we have Representative Pittman that'll be here available for questions also. And I'll open the floor up for questions.
How fresh is learning from Fort Myers and any learning lessons from that in terms of preparing for, I guess, the worst case scenario?
Yeah, the last event is always fresh in all of our minds. You know, we do after action events where we take a look at how well we did and where could we have possibly improved. And we work on that throughout the year and every day, trying to make sure that we have the best practices in place. We're constantly training here at the EOC with all these partners you see behind us. We train collectively. So that always stays fresh in our minds so that we're ready for the next event. All right, I don't see or hear for any more questions. All right, again, thank you all for coming. Thank you. All right.